Good day, YouTube. This is Jay Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just an update here on Canopy Growth, or CGC. I haven't talked about them a while. I've done some other MJ videos here as of lately in regards to legalization in Tennessee and legalizing in the first 4 states and reefer madness in Montana. Were each interesting articles. But I haven't looked at CGC for a while. Got some news come out about them. So again, this is Canopy Growth, or CGC. Here's a look at what they've done over the last year. Had the nice run up there on February 10th, and ever since then just came crashing down. So we'll see if this one can recover, or if it's hitting the bottom. Over the last 3 months, it's down over 41%. In the last month, down over, we'll just call it 14%. In the last week, it's actually up over 12%. Could have got a nice dip by there. And here's a look at what it's doing today. As you can see, I have 5 shares here at $38.32, so real ugly cost basis. I've had them for a while. If you don't know much about CGC, they are in the MJ business. This is the one that Constellation Brands dumped about $4 billion into a couple years ago, so you know they're not going to go broke. They've been around since 2009. A volume of 2.5 million, average volume of 6.74 million, $3.02 billion market cap, 52-week low of 664 and a high of 5650. And here's a look at their ratings. Hold at 57%, and next earnings is available on February 9th, so just a couple days away from that. And so that would actually be a week from yesterday. So next Wednesday is their earnings in the pre-market. And here's where you can see I was buying mine back in 2018, so I've had these for 3 years already. Wish I would have sold back on February 10th and could have bought a lot more shares, but here's an article that I did miss that I wanted to click on. Canopy Growth's Ace Valley brand launches new MJ beverage and CBD hard candies. In the back of my mind, I think these beverages that they're all coming out with are going to be the new thing. I think that's going to drive sales prior to legalization, and whenever we get through legalization, get to that point, who knows what that date will be. That's why I did the last 3 videos. You can find those in my library. The videos I said earlier: MJ legalization in Tennessee, reefer madness in Montana, and the first 4 legalizing have spurred the economy. So that's kind of sparking getting closer to legalization, or going to help it, is how I feel if you go over those articles and go ahead and watch those videos. But there's got to be a lot behind these drinks. These have to push sales up. Anything that they can do to keep the consumer purchasing their products is how I look at it. So, but CGC extended its Ace Valley brand portfolio, bringing 2 new beverages and hard candy to market, marking the brand first ever beverage offerings, Daylight and Moonwave, an occasional based ready-to-drink THC and CBD infused drinks designed to help consumers start and end their days. So they're getting you at the beginning and the end. So what more could you ask for, I guess, but a drink on the in-between. So newly launched citrus ginger super CBD hard candies are the brand's first single 20 milligram CBD infused hard candy product. So between the 2, we'll see what it does to the stock price. Daylight and Moonwave bring the first occasional based MJ beverage portfolio from Ace Valley to a Canadian market. Daylight is a zesty, sparkling Water provides a burst of uplifting citrus flavor with a hint of ginseng, offering 2.5 milligrams of THC and 5 milligrams of CBD, and is a perfect way to start the day. Moonwave is a berry flavor, sparkling water with a touch of lavender and vanilla flavors, offering 2 milligrams THC and 10 milligrams of CBD. The perfect addition to a nighttime routine. Here it goes over the hard candies, the Ginger Super CBD. And moving on, so just a couple of their products. Over here on Microsoft Bing, currently showing it as a hold. Podstock's Canopy Tilray rebound on nearly legislative push, and this is on Tuesday. So up in smoke, Podstock's in the 3-day bounce after enthusiasm waned last year. Or waned last year. So we'll see what happens with this. I feel 2022 is going to be a turnaround for a lot of these, because I think there's voting on several MJ issues coming up in November. After falling out of favor, Podstocks, including Canopy Growth Corp. And Tilray brands, are rebounding in a risk-on rally with the renewed push to get MJ legislation passed, further helping fuel the rally. So it would definitely help. For those of you that are interested in Google, I did a video on Google. They're going to be doing a stock split, 20 for 1. So if you have 1 share in July, you're going to have 20 shares. So it'll be very cool. I'm very excited to see how that's going to turn out. Canopy, which sells Martha Stewart branded CBD gummies, have climbed 25% over the past 3 sessions, while Tilray advanced 19%. Investors are weighing prospects for legislation known as Secure and Fair Enforcement, or SAFE. So the SAFE Banking Act that would make it easier for MJ companies to do business, as a Colorado representative pledged to renew efforts to get approval before his retirement. So, wanting to leave a legacy before your retirement, I suppose. The advance comes after a tough year for Podstocks. Tilray and Canopy are still down more than 80% from last year's highs, as the prospects of U.S. federal legalization for MJ dimmed. The ETF, Alternative Harvest ETF, MJ, which I've talked about a couple times, is down nearly 70% from its February peak as sector sentiment cooled. So some of these ETFs, I'll go ahead and link that in the comments as well. I like them, or they're a little bit safer. You got a basket of stocks, and plus you get a dividend, so can't beat that. So Public Sector Pension Investment Board sells 6,930 shares of Canopy Growth, or CGC. So they lessened their position by 11.5% during the third quarter. The institutional investor owned 53,550 shares of the company's stock after selling 6,930 shares during the period. Public Sector Pension Investment Board holdings in Canopy Growth were worth $742,000 as of its most recent SEC filing. So where it's at the bottom, I don't know. Must be a reason why you would be selling, but I don't sell. I'm just holding those. But for those of you that would like to read the rest, feel free to pause and go over the rest of the information there. It's a lengthy article, and I have more to go over. Shares of CGC opened up at $8.04 on Tuesday. The firm has a 50-day moving average price of $9.18 and a 200 moving day average price of $13.37. Company has a debt-to-equity ratio of 0.36, and a current ratio of 9.63, current ratio of 8.27. 1-year low of 664 and a high of 56.50. So quite a bit of volatility there. If you would have bet on this one going down, that'd be your only way and best way to make some money on this one. Pummeled Canopy growth, Tilray rebound on renewed banking push, and it kind of already went over some of that information. And it looks like you have to log into that one. So why Canopy growth stock grew 10% on Monday. This is dated on the Tuesday the 1st. Shares climbed over 10% on Monday after a rebound in the market surrounding more volatile stocks. As Canopy growth stock has saw movement from new product launches along the U.S. expansion of its BioStill drinks. And we already went over some of those drinks. So I feel that's going to be the key to keep people coming back and to drive sales even higher. And I like the fact that they are all getting into the drinks, so very interesting. They announced last week that a Tweed brand would be launching a new product line. The new offerings would include a new look and feel with new products under the launch of Whatever Feels Good tagline. That's awesome. Whatever feels good. This also comes as Oregon filed a bill to start implementation of legal use of MJ. Furthermore, Canopy growth stocks, BioStill drinks, would now reach 15,000 new store locations in the United States. Consumers should expect to see them on shelves as soon as this month. So here kind of goes over the next steps. The stock hit a 52-week lows this month, which is not good, but that does provide a buying opportunity. With so much invested in the United States legalization for CGC, investors became wary and took returns. This also linked to a downfall of other industries such as tech and e-commerce, where investors believe the end of the pandemic was coming. So a lot of these are going to be key in regards to the federal legalization, but we'll just have to wait and see. The renewed interest in CGC stock comes just as the stock bottoms out. Furthermore, its after analysis have had time to weigh in on the stock's immediate future. Looks like analysts believe that there aren't the incredible highs expected before. It's still far above today's share price of $10 per share. Thing with these is just going to be patience, I think, is the key on a lot of these MJ stocks. But while they're hitting the bottom, I'm picking up shares here and there. So that's basically all I can tell you. I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, just making an opinion. And nothing there in Reddit. Over here on StockTwits, currently at 766 with a low of 664, high of 56.50. Canopy growth facing mold issues. Haven't heard that. 15 by July. Again, I don't give tax, legal, or trading advice, but I'm just have a feeling these are all hitting bottom right now. And between now and summer, they're going to go back up, not to the original prices that they were, but I feel they're going to start going up with summer around the corner. I don't know, it's just been a feeling of mine, and the voting and that type of thing in November of this year in regards to possibly moving forward on legalization on these and whatever else they have on their agenda to vote on some of these stocks. So just did a video on Amazon yesterday. They have earnings coming up after today. Over here on MSN Money, currently showing this one as a hold. Here on Tip Ranks, moderate sell with a 39% upside to $10.71. High of $22.08, low of $5.52. But that's all that I have on CGC. If you have this one, go ahead and list it in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. And hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, Falling Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.